Good morning, everyone. It's Rachel here, and it's what are we doing? I can confuse with all my different projects going on. Roxy's weekly challenge. Today we are going to make some very simple, scrappy little booklets to put into journals, and they are inspired by some of my old documents, the way they are tied together, but also by Sharon Hirth, because she does these little booklets quite often, possibly tied in different ways to what I'm going to do, or maybe I did see one similar. I can't remember, it was a long time ago. Don't ask me what video because I don't know. So I'm going to tell you what you need. You need any kinds of papers, if you've got lots of scraps, this is perfect for scraps. I don't have a lot of the scraps in the size that I want them. So I may be tearing things up, but this sort of thing is good. Doesn't matter if it's double-sided printed, because they're going to be kind of like, well, you could use them to take notes in, but really maybe just to pull apart and use the papers is my thought. It's just a fun way to include things. I've got a whole lot of stuff up here too, like this sort of thing is going to be good. Not that. Yeah, that sort of thing. So let's go through, sorry. So maybe some digitals if you want a bit of colour. You don't have to. You can have some printed vellum. I've got, scraps of printed vellum here. I nearly said pinted. That. You might need some plain old papers if you want. Scraps of papers. You might like some, this is a wrapping paper, but you might have some scraps of Florentine paper. I probably do. Ephemera in smaller sizes, and then also book pages. Just trying to think of anything else. Writable things. Yeah, I do have some bits and pieces of Florentine paper here that I can put in. So I'll grab a couple of those. I don't want big pieces. That one. I use that one. Got that. Oh, here, this one will do. Okay, that'll be enough of those. Yeah, just any papers, any scrappy pieces of paper, or not so scrappy, because I didn't bring my ruler back in. It's in the other room. My sister rang, and I didn't bring my ruler back in. But anyway, I'll just use a different one. So yeah, that's all you need. And we are going to do a few different methods of tying them up. Okay. Oh, I know what else is really good. Although I could use a digital. So the other good thing to use is also, excuse my mess, is also like if you have those soft covered books. Let me just sort out this. Those soft covered books, the old ones that have the paper covers. They're good as well, but I don't know if I've got any nearby. But if I do, if not, I can use a digital. I'll keep those. Just chuck those over there. Nothing like just chuck it. Oh, that's good. Might use that. And it doesn't matter, as I said, if they're one-sided, because it could be things that you might pull out and decide to use. I want the more ephemera sort of look. Oh, there's a good piece. Okay. Oh, and here's a piece of this already. See? Oh, that's good. Probably not those. Oh, I didn't realise I had all this stuff here. That up there, put those back up there. So how is everyone today? I hope you're well. It's taking me a minute to get myself going in the video world today. Might use that. You never know. Okay. And I was just going to quickly have a squiz in here and see if there was anything that I wanted to use. That could be the look. That could be the look. They're all right. Okay. Right. So we'll put the digitals over here and decorative papers. So what we're going to do is just start gathering. I might choose something that I'm going to have on the exterior. So in my first one, oh, I didn't want to have these. Oh, that's a good one. I didn't want those. Okay. So this is going to be my first one. So I'm going to just start gathering papers to put in there. All different types of papers. I don't necessarily want to tear those down because they're good to use when I'm making journals. But this is a nice size. Is that one smaller? No, it's the same. Papers everywhere, honestly. It is honestly the land of the paper. What do we have here? Oh, we have these sorts of things that I saved. They're good. So I'm going to put it in sideways. Actually, I think I might have one of the... Oh, look at that one. This is rag paper, this one. Now, someone asked me the other day, how do you tell if it's rag paper? And I do have a video in the description box that does talk about all the different papers. The rag paper, it talks about how I choose my papers, how I decide to keep them, what do I use them for, all that sort of thing. I'm pretty sure that's what I put in there. Now this is going to be a bit wide. I just wanted to have a pop of colour. Now it's a shame that I'm needing to tear up paper to put in because what we'll do is we'll just do the paper gathering first. So we're kind of mass making and then we can decide, we can do the different tying ways, the binding way. So it's a super simple Simon project today. And I'm actually feeling like I might like this. Let me just see if I can tear this off. Now what was I saying before? Yeah, about the papers. Yeah, I do have a video and probably you can see the difference in the papers. Yeah, I think I might like that. No, I won't put... Oh, I might put it that way. That's different. Will I? No, not on that. Not that colour. Where's the other one? I had another piece here somewhere. Here we go. Oh, that one's going to be good that way. But I've got more. There's more where they came from. Oh, I have this. Let's tear it. Oh, this is vellum. This is a tough one to tear. I probably don't want it quite that tall. So don't worry about what I'm doing. You just go along with the process and enjoy if you can. We're making little booklets. That's what we're doing. With a binding with a different type of binding. Now this is a very fragile piece, so I have no issue. Look at this. Oh, well actually it's a bit stronger than what I thought. But anyway, I'm going to put that in too, to put in a piece of ephemera. And I had decided to have that at the front, but I'm thinking I might prefer this. Let's see. Yeah. Now, if those are annoying, the folded bits, they can be ripped off. And then this one I'm going to put, oh yes, I like those colours more. And that one I'm going to fold like that. Okay, so that's one. And you know what? Let's put a paper clip. When you've done them, put a paper clip on just to hold it all together. So you don't end up with, because they'll just slide out. Yeah, those are going to be annoying. So that's something to think about. Okay, put that one aside. That one's done. Well, this piece is going to go in somewhere in the next one. And I mean, I have all this stuff. So, oh, here's a nice, see, here's the back of a book. That's the back. Oh, this is the ones that I had many of that I sold them. So that's going to go on one on the outside. Like so. And that page can be folded that way. That's a piece of rag paper. I might put that in here. We might have a piece of Florentine paper. I'd actually like to see that. Loving the colours here. So for me, like it's like an aesthetic colour thing too. I want to see the different colours of paper. We'll put those in one in a minute. I think this is going to be nice in there. I might just tear that off. Because you've got to think, or you're going to paper clip it in, or you want to put it into a pocket. So you want to make sure that it can fit, because it might not fit if you have, you know, big things sticking out. I think I'm going to like this in here too. I'm going to just tear this. Scissors. Oh, I didn't pull any scissors out yet. They're over there. So not really using any glue today. I think I might like to see that one as well. I don't want to cover the... I did like that look that we had going on there. Yeah. And, oh, what about a piece of straw paper? We need a piece of straw paper in here. We'll do a taller piece. Oh, well, it's not that tall, is it? Put that in the center. Okay, that's going to be enough in that one. Oh, I might use that one. We'll do another tall one. Just take that bit off. Now you can just fold them slightly like that and put it in. So this is a really tall one. We'll put it book page. I wanted some old document. Did I have old documents here? I thought I did. Yes, here. Oh, what about some of this script? I want that on the outside. Isn't it funny how you prefer something in or out? Like that. And then what else do we have going on here? There, and then that one. So I am wanting to use up my scraps. I'm just also thinking about, you know, how am I going to join it all? So that's that one. Just a little pop of colour. Now I have this. Let's do something. Oh, I could have put this one on there. Anyway, we'll do this one like that, I think. This one I'm going to do like this. So let's start thinking about these. I have this lovely piece of paper here. So that can go already in this one. We'll do two at a time. And if I'm not careful, I won't even make a dent in this bag. Oh, I like that. And I'm going to fold that over the top. Oh, no, that won't work. I have to leave it open. Put that in there. I think I might like this one with that bundle. Yes, that's nice. You can just see it. That will go with a different one. I've got smaller pieces of document. Might have to fish those out. I just want to see what else is in here. Oh, here we go. Oh no, not that one. Oh, this. That one's ripped. So I have no problems tearing that. Well, I might have some difficulty tearing it. That's okay. And I think we'll put that one in like this. So it can wrap around all of these. Go there. And I also need a book page, I think. Where's the other floral paper? I'm going to have another piece of this. Actually, that is going to be tall enough. And that one is going to go. So they're kind of staggered, the papers, sometimes. Yeah, that's now working for me. So that's got enough. So we've already put together 4, so they're pretty quick things to put together. So let's work on this one. Needs a few more things in it. That piece. What do I have here? Piece of ephemera. I'm looking. Oh, isn't that lovely? 1945, but it's, look at the lovely writing. I think I'll just fold it that way and catch it top and bottom so that we don't, I think I want to be able to just see it a little bit. Just like shades of beige. It's just getting different color tones. And I think I might put a piece of book page in there. Oh, it's pretty much the same color as the other one, so I'm not going to use that one. I might use this one. Put that in the center. There. Okay, that one's done. Where do I put them now? I'll put them up there. Okay. Oops. They're attacking me. So really, really simple little thing here happening here. Oh, I've got another cover here. Let's see. See, these are good. That like that. Grab some more ephemera. That's a bit big, that one. I want smaller things. Oh, look at that. Few receipts there. Let me just see what else there is. Maybe not that one. That's going to go in a different one. So our last one's going to be a more narrow sort of one. I'm just putting aside things while I see them. This, I'm just going to fold it like that, just because I don't want to fold it all. Helps if you slide it in. Yeah. And So sort of keeping these ones a bit more crew, I think. Little pop of colour that we won't be able to see. It's not going to be a very long video today because it's a fairly easy project, but just you wait till you see them when they're all finished. They're really cool. Oh, here's a nice piece of paper to include in one too. That can go on the next one. So I'm calling them little collagey sort of books. I think I want to have a difference in colour here. I'm going to put that one there. And do I have a piece of vellum? Oh, I love that. I've been hoarding that for a really long time. That's going to go on this one. And I might put it on the outside of it. I quite like the vellum around it. Yeah, that's really cool. So that's that one. Something that you could get your piles of paper and you can sit in front of the TV and do it. That's a note to me, to myself, is do something while you're watching TV. You're lazy so-and-so. That's what I would say to myself. Now, I wanted to do a more narrow one where you use up your bits, your strips and your bits. I might put that like that. What else do I have? I can have this on the outside to decorate it. And I probably have a few strips in here. Maybe if I'm like, oh, I don't want to do too many digitals because I'm wanting to put in papers that can be used. So let's put that in there, and we'll put, I want something narrow. Oh, what about some of this? I'm just taking off the bodgy bit, the more bodgy bit, and I'm not going to exactly fold that in half. Let's see, now that one's probably a bit big, but it doesn't matter. We'll put something bigger inside. Put a piece of this. I actually needed a longer bit on that side. I think I'll refold it. That's better. So I like how it's looking on that side more than on this side because I've got more staggering going on. So just, yeah, if you like that look, then just take note of that. We could do this. I'll take the crunchy bit off, so there's a bit of glue there and I don't like that. And this one I'm going to just slot in here. And maybe if I have any left here. I think I want that one in there. And this one. So that way I can see that lovely, bit more of that lovely font there, and that's going to be that one. That's better. See, I think, yeah, what it is I like the staggering of the papers, so you can see all the different papers. Well, not all of them, but most of them. Okay, so I think that's plenty. I think we can now just move all the papers and we'll do the binding, how to put them together. So you can do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch if you want to. If you had some mark papers with mark making too, it'd be a nice way to put those together. Okay, so let me just bring them down. I need my, what's it called, my crocodile. You need string or lace. You could do lace if you wanted to. So we'll do the first one. I won't do that one like that. This one, and that one. So these ones, I'm going to do my normal way of doing it, like I do my document journals. I'll bring my string up actually. So I'm just going to grab a couple more. I might grab my big paper clips, because what I need to do is, why won't my drawer open? Excuse me. Is I need to punch my holes. I'm just going to use my crocodile. Did I say that? I've repeated myself. I'm just going to find the center. So like you just put them together like you would a journal. Now these clips are good because they catch, in theory, they catch all the different size papers. And I want to just take this. I'm going to use I think I'll use the bigger hole because it's just easier to thread the string. Oh, no, let's do the small one. I'll pull out my needle if I need to. So I'm going to punch a hole here. And it's not offending the pieces of paper too much in the sense that you have a big whopping hole, but you can, and then you can easily pull it apart and use the papers. I'm having trouble doing and talking at the same time today. I've lost my, where's my needle gone? I would have put it back in here since last week. I'm just not seeing it. That I can't find the needle police will be out. There it is, I found it. Oh, here we go. So I've got a blunt needle, not that it matters for this, but I've got a blunt one. And I'm just going to thread my string, my twine. Easier said than done. There we go. Yeah, I'm glad I did the smaller holes. And you're only just tying a knot. And you don't want to pull it too tight because you don't want to rip your papers. So it's kind of a loosey-goosey knot. Okay, that loosened it a little bit. Oh, it didn't catch that one. I don't think it really matters. That will just flop about a little bit. Yeah, so if you want it to catch, just make sure you check that. It didn't catch mine. really fun way to, you know, put some ephemera too into a journal. Okay, so that's that one. And then you could put a little belly band around them too if you want to. Let me see what I got. This won't go around, but you know, to keep it all, hold it all closed. So you could do that. So these are going to be the same. I'm just going to be careful this time to catch. No, that's slid down. So you need to slide your papers up a little bit if they slide down too far, because we want to catch them when we do our holes. Okay, and this one I might tie. No, I think I want this on with the string, and then that I like with the string too. I like the color of it. I'm going to try and cut my string with the crocodile. Just pull it out a little bit, just so it's not too tight. There we go. So these are not meant to be permanent things. They're meant to be able to pull apart, as I said in the beginning of the video. I did make some samples to remind myself before I went to Australia, actually. That's how long ago. Because I did, I saw things or things came to mind, I did do a few things, but I'm running out of those now, so I'll be winging it. This is definitely something you can mass make, and as I said, a great way to get rid of all those extra bits and pieces that we have flying around. Really cool. We'll look through them afterwards. So I'll just quickly do this one. And again, just another one of those fun interactive things for someone who receives your journal, or for you if you're keeping your journals. You see I can putting my hole down quite far just to make sure I catch the papers, because the first one, as you know, I missed it. So anything goes. If you've got sometimes I have some really thin laces. I just have to find them, like they're tiny. They're probably less bulky than this. And I bought them for this purpose, but I have to go and pull them out somewhere. They're somewhere. And they'd be good for tying things or putting through tags, but also baker's twine. I have a little bit of, most of my baker's twine is in the other room, but I have a tiny bit left over here, so we'll do some with that. But I do quite often like the texture and the look of jute string, which is why it's my go-to. Now the papers might tear a little bit, doesn't really matter. They're meant for collaging and playing with, or making tags and journal cards, so it's no biggie. Okay, those are done. Now, what else can we do? I'll just put that over there. Right, so some can be just, so some of my documents, they simply have a hole punched right in the center, like so, and they have some string. I think I'll use, I'll use this. They just have a tie in the center. And sometimes they've connected more than one document together doing that. They don't do it with baker's twine though, because I don't think they had it then, but it they do it. Well, I might do a bow in this one. Can I do a bow? That way it can easily be pulled apart. I just do one loop. I can't do 2 loops, it's too short. Like that. And then sometimes they are even just done at the top. So this one I'll just do at the top. I'm going to go back to the string. I'm going to slide this up to the top. I need to make sure all my papers, if you're just going to do it at the top, all your papers need to be towards the top. You don't want to miss anything. Okay. So if I do it, I'll put just a paper clip like this here. That should catch it all. And just put a hole up here. Yep. Get your string or your twine or your lace or whatever you're using. Find your needle. It's not always easy. There it is right in front of me. Top or bottom. You can do it at the top or the bottom. If you're doing it at the bottom, move all your pieces down to the bottom. So obviously the papers will swing a little bit because we've only put one tie. That's that one done. Now I kind of need to run over them with my bone folder. I'm sure I'll do that now. This one. Should have done it before. And then we have this one left. This one I think I'm going to do at the bottom. We'll just do it at the bottom. We only did one in the middle. I'll tell you why, because I don't want to put a hole in the middle of the person, because then that paper can be used. So I think that's going to catch all my papers. Yep, and on this one I'll use the baker's twine. So yeah, again, just fluctuating between my choice of baker's twine or string. It's more, how do I like, what do I like the look of? Oh, I found another set of papers. What do I like the look of? So, and I'm going to leave that one dangling. Let's just do this. And we have this one to do. This one I'm going to do in the center, and it's going to be string. Center-ish, because I didn't measure. I just went for it. And yeah, I don't cut this. I just put it through and see how much I need. I don't try not to have to guess. Minimal wastage. I mean, I do end up trimming a little bit off most of the time, but mostly you get it. Okay, so let's just, this one's sitting pretty well. Okay, we're going to do that. I did it on that one. I did it on that one. I'm just going to run this along. Should have done it before. So super fun little thing to do. Really easy, no brainer. Now, what I just had another thought. This one, you could even punch another hole in the center and have a tie in the center too. So it's up to you. So, and let me just show. So they just sort of flip like this, and they are all. You can leave them as it is. That one didn't catch. So what I might do there, if I wanted to leave it as it is put a little bit of washi tape, and that would hold it. So it's really a little booklet, but it's something that is, I'm thinking in my mind, is intended to pull apart. So just remembering all the different things. Scraps of printed vellum, or tracing paper if you have them. I like tracing paper more because it's not quite as stiff. Ephemera, decorative papers, plain papers, book pages. Yeah, and that's a bit of ephemera in that one. And then, you know, those soft covered books, even printables, because you're going to use them, or you can collage on there. You can cover that with a piece of paper. Decorative paper, so straw paper if you've got some, or craft paper. So that's that one. And then play around with the bindings, have fun with it. So these ones sort of open like that. You could have it, you know, top so they flip up. You don't have to have them going sideways like I do here. So that's that one. Then this one. Yeah, I may tear those off because they're kind of annoying, those flippy bits, unless I actually, you know what if I go along with them with this? Will it stay down? Oh, dearie me. Kind of. I may take them off. So when you start to get a build off of lots of bits and pieces of papers, these are a good thing to do. This one. This one's only bound at the top. I was thinking, look, they're swinging around. There's a reason for that. That one. Let's just go back this way because then you get a different view. Okay. And then this one was just at the bottom, which I think works quite well too with these sort of more narrow ones. All the little pieces of paper, just collect them all up at the end of the project and bind them in a pretty way. I think this one's super pretty. Love all of these colours there. And then I'll show you this little samples I made. I did this one. I had these little scraps, like literally little scraps of paper that I put in. This was all ephemera in that one, not many pages. This one I even put a piece of printable document. Yeah, similar papers to what we've done today, but they were just flying around, and so I just sat and collated them together. This one was a piece of tracing paper. Yeah, very similar to what we've done today, but I think I put less papers in them. Oh, and here's another cover. Isn't that gorgeous? 1859. That is a beautiful cover. And even printables, pretty in there. And that in the center, and they, you know, just at the top. So that's my little project today. Again, inspired by I'm just seeing how my antique documents are bound in all the different ways. And also by Sharon, who does quite often put these kind of little booklets in her journals. Even in her recent flip through, which I haven't finished watching yet. Hi, Sharon. I usually watch them multiple times anyway. But yeah, even in her recent one, she had actually made a little cover out of, I think maybe something like that. I think it was, I can't remember. And then she'd put pages in and did the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So you can also do that as well. But I find this sort of really quick and easy and not a deterrent to getting these things done. So have a wonderful day. Have a great Friday and a great weekend. And thank you so much for watching. And I will see you again soon. Bye.